welcome to Muscle Sport TV. I'm your host, Joe Pietaro, and we will be joined in just a brief moment by Adam McLeod of the New Universal Order. He has become part of the whole Lake Crespa piss trooper world, which we've been having a lot of fun with. Of course, that all has to do with the Genovaverse. So Adam talks a little bit about Big Rob Fitness and the stuff that went on between those two guys. And it just seems to be a whirlwind, a tsunami of piss. And it's fucking fun. But we also, of course, are going to have some of our hosts of hosts that bring you some great shit every week right here on Muscle Sport TV. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be back after this quick break with Adam. And right now, I would like to welcome Mr. Adam McLeod from New Universal Order to Muscle Sport TV. Adam, welcome aboard, brother.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. I had so many people send me DMs saying, you got to get McLeod on. You got to get McLeod on. And
or McLeod.
McLeod? Okay, I'm sorry. See,
No. My name is said McLeod. You didn't sound like an asshole.
I was correct. Okay.
You are correct. It's like the Highlander. It's like the show you mentioned. It said correctly McLeod. Dale Chance said it wrong numerous times in his live Instagram posts. And it started this, McLeod, McCracker, McGregor, this, my that.
Conor McGregor, you are now. Yeah, but that's good though, because that's funny, because it keeps the people thinking and stuff like that. I'm a bad name guy too. I fuck names up all the time too. But I'm pleasantly surprised I got this one right. And you did know the Dennis Weaver reference from the old crime drama television show where he was on a horse in Times Square on a horse with it was just a terrible program.
It's insane. And then, you got Love Boat too. I think one of the characters in Love Boat was named McLeod, or his real name was Gavin
McLeod.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Oh shit! So tons of people came to me, and they also said you're gonna like his whole New Universal Order thing. So I checked out your stuff, and obviously with the logo that we use, it's the
NWO baby.
Yeah, NWO for life, right? So
for life, NWO. For life.
So right away I said, okay, I think I'm gonna enjoy this guy's fucking material, and obviously I did, because you're here now. But there is another connection that we have of somebody that we've interviewed recently on MSTV. But before we get to that, give just the people that may not be familiar with you and the whole New Universal Order kind of the Cliff Notes version of who you guys are and what you guys do.
Yeah, so I mean, New Universal Order started back actually in the mid-'90s. It was just a group of guys who loved professional wrestling. We would watch WCW when NWO was running rampant, beating up Latinos and Ric Flair in the middle of the ring and having their way with Sting. And it was kind of like I said, a group of guys that just love professional wrestling, and we would watch the pay-per-views together. And it kind of started there. We said to ourselves, we're like the own NWO, on a mark basis. And then I said one day, I just turned around to the guys, I was like, New World Order, we're the New Universal Order, because we're going to take this to a whole other level.
Universe, yeah.
And then that kind of spanned into like watching multiple like boxing events. And back then we had free per-view. If you know it,
hot box. You had a hot box?
Oh yeah. We had the hot box.
I had a hot box for a little while, and also had the Spice Channel on it, which was also used a lot in my household.
I totally agree with you. And we had the one where if at the Time Warner would throw the bullet to the box, you just flip the switch and then you can just continue watching.
Yeah.
So we would literally unplug that box, and I'll go from my house to my friend's house, and we were all in Queens, New York. So we would, literally, South Ozone Park, we just from house to house taking the box. And then
you're a Queens guy originally?
Queens, New York,
shit.
30 years.
I'm your neighbor. I'm Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, nice. Yeah, from time to time I still go back, but 30 years New York City.
What neighborhood in Queens was it?
South Ozone Park, Richmond Hill, right by JFK.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know it well. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Gotti ran that territory for many, many years.
Yes, and his old partner Sammy the Bull ran my territory of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, back then.
And I just had this conversation a couple days ago, not to get off topic, but back when I was a kid, you didn't know as a kid what was going on, right? You just knew that every summer was a block party. There was constant barbecues.
Yes.
The neighborhood was like, yeah, this neighborhood's really good. And then you find out what's like the underlining, what's really going on in the background later on. And as soon as Gotti went to prison and everything like that, the neighborhood just went to shit, like complete shit.
Yeah.
But basically, New Universal Order spanned on for a couple years, and people kind of, ventured off and went to the military, stuff like that, and it actually turned into a paintball business for a majority of years from like 2007 to around 2013 was primarily paintball. We had teams in New York City, Florida. I actually traveled throughout the United States playing paintball. At that time, it's called speedball. I think it is still called speedball. Woods Bowl tournaments, stuff like that. And then that kind of like those teams kind of fizzled and like trickled away. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of just revamped it to be this platform where you can come and talk and have a conversation and just post different things. And back then when I first started, I really started heavily into Instagram and Universal Order back in like 2014. Mm-hmm. And back then, this consensus of you have to watch what you say was very minimal to compare to how it is now.
Yeah.
We post very unconventional content. We will post, content for political things. We will post, professional wrestling stuff, jokes, comedy. And I've never had more issues with flags and inappropriate things getting flagged over than the past actual 2 years. The past 2 years has been constantly, things have been taken down, whatever the case may be. And that's where it kind of stands now. And, we had, a lot of fun. We still have a lot of fun doing it. I had, right now it's myself, my brother Kyle, and then another admin by the name of Brandon Taylor who grew up with me in Queens. But last year we had two other admins that were posting for us heavily, and then they were kind of pushing their own agenda into New Universal Order politically, and I was like, no, that's not kind of like, the shit that we kind of do. We kind of like, it's an open platform. I will throw my 2 cents into New Universal Order from time to time, but I like to keep it funny. Life is way too serious to be serious all the time. So, my whole thing is, come to New Universal Order, you watch a meme, you watch a video, you have a laugh, you go on about your day. And, this will probably, stir into our next topic, but the 2 weeks ago when I made that video about who, I kind of questioned doing it, but I saw a lot of things going on that I kind of wanted to put my 2 cents into.
So now you said you have a plethora of topics. You're not pigeonholed into one thing like this bodybuilding or wrestling. You kind of post whatever you want. You even delve into the political field, in which I kind of like to do that myself too. I like to call that like the mainstream topics. I'll do regular sports. I'll do, like whatever. Especially on my Ask Me Anything. People ask me my political views on stuff, and I'm fucking water fountain. I just go nuts. I can't hold back. So I kind of see where you're coming from with that, where that, it's a lot more interesting than just talking about grilled chicken and fucking, how many reps to do. So
and and our platform has a spot for that as well. When I went to the first Ruby last year, and it was just, to me, it was, I'm coming from a place where, this is your world, muscle and fitness and all that. That's your guys' world. I only get involved because I know people that I'm close to that are in these shows. Dale Chance, Lenny, stuff like that. So I had never gone to a Ruby. I finally went to Ruby. I had a blast because Robert Frank was in the audience screaming his fucking head off.
Robert's a great fucking guy, bro.
This is Robert Frank, 615, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
Yeah, and it was hysterical being in the audience and hearing him scream at Lenny on the stage. It was great.
And I'm very disappointed because I speak to Jason frequently. I must talk to him and say, why aren't you doing the Ruby? I'm here, you're pulling out. Because I was planning on going down there this year to finally, you know, like you said before we got on rolling, you're a Misfits fan, so am I. I speak to them. I have interviewed them, but I've only met Jason. He's the only one I hung out with in person. So I was looking forward to making an excuse to go out there and drink with these fucking guys and say it was like a work trip and I was going to go and cover the Ruby per se. And I may end up doing it anyway if they just going in the audience or just say I fucking going down there for that. And
I think that since Lenny's not doing it, it was kind of like a chain effect. You know, Lenny's not doing it. Dale Chance can't do it because of surgeries.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Kalor is not doing it or wasn't going to even do it. So then Jason's like, why even do it?
Yeah. Is Average Rich going to make the ride in from L.A.?
I don't know.
So, I mean, so that's where I think a lot of how you started to get involved with this fitness stuff and where my viewers said, check out Adam, is because the Misfits connection. Basically,
there was. Yeah,
they're fucking funny as hell.
Oh, they're great.
It makes it so much. It's like it's offshoot. It's like counterculture of a counterculture kind of. And I was like, you know, my channel was perfect for that type of material, and I fucking love doing that. So that's kind of where you guys got, you know, on the radar of the guys that I was watching because they got involved with the whole bedroom bully stuff. And then, Big Rob Fitness, he kind of plops himself in the middle of a lot of things. And I'm sure you saw the interviews I've done with Rob. And I try to take a very, a professional journalist approach when I do
an unbiased approach, yes.
Yeah, I try to do that because I don't want to seem like I'm a dick. You know, I like to have fun and too. And if he's saying something, I called him out on a lot of things in that interview.
I saw it.
Yeah, so I have no problem putting somebody in their place when it's called for. But I didn't want to look like I was an attacking person on him either, because a lot of that stuff I didn't have facts. I was just going by gut, and I kind of made him know that, okay, I can't prove it, but I still think that you're the one that called Jane up, whatever. That's as an example.
It goes back to the old saying: it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. But that doesn't put aside your gut feeling on a lot of things. And, you know, coming from certain places in life, you can kind of look at somebody and watch their mannerisms, watch their eye movement, watch how they speak, and kind of put two things together.
Yeah.
That won't hold up in court, but you still can do it.
Of course, definitely. And so I saw the video you're talking about, you know, and then... But there have been so many people that have really just gone and fucking destroyed Big Rob Fitness and say some really fucking vile, disgusting, and hysterical things about him and his family. So why do you think that you were the one that got guns pointed towards you after you made a video talking about him like that?
Right.
And by the way, Adam, the impression was very good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Joe, for having me on the show. I really respect you, and I really think you're like my best friend now. So thank you, Joe, for everything you do.
Oh, that's a good soundbite right there.
Go ahead. You can use that.
So you put that video out, and then what happened after that?
So I made the video because I watched, you know, Big Rob kind of weasel his way into relationships with people in a way to get attention. And I don't knock people for wanting to grow their channel. Mm-hmm. I'm all for that. You can grow your channel. But to be a pathological liar, which he is, to scheme, to manipulate people to thinking that he's the victim in all of this, I had to throw my 2 cents in.
Okay.
And so many people are kissing his ass thinking this guy is a saint. And the evidence to me is as soon as that video came out, when the course of 2 weeks, Joe, I've had New Universal Order for 4 years. In the course of 2 weeks, I've had more flags and inappropriate stuff thrown our way. And I know where it's coming from. He can do it under his profile, or he can do it under Team Humanity and all these other fake accounts that he creates. It's him creating them. Because you can look at the grammar, you can look at the timing. He will put a post on my YouTube video at 11 o'clock. 11:02, there's 2 comments from fake IG profiles on New Universal Order, and it's just like it's the timing. It's like you kind of put again 2 cents together, and you're like, So, and then the past 24 hours, well, actually the past week, it was continuous. Constantly getting flagged for something, and then in the last 24 hours, Instagram decided just to delete New Universal Order without any kind of contestant from me. No email, no calls, no nothing. So 9,000 posts, 4 years, and over 5,000 plus subscribers gone just like that.
Now, how did you, if they didn't notify you, you just went on Instagram like you normally do at any given day, and then it said account was
So
gone?
what happens is you go to log in, it says you can't log in. And that's the first indicator. So the first thing I did is I went to my brother and I went to Brandon, my other admin. I said, did you guys change the password? No, we can't get in. So I was like, there's no email that gets sent to you. So then I go on my own personal Instagram account and I looked up New Universal Order. It says user not found.
Oh, fuck.
So it's like right there. It's the indicator that you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's a headache only because of the fact that, a lot of work over the course of 4 years went into it, but in 2 hours I spun up another account, and it's like we haven't missed a step. We just went right back into posting and stuff like that, and I had this, this kind of mantra of never block people. It's an open platform for people to come and say what they want.
That's all it's to. Yep, I agree on that.
It is, but unfortunately, because we deal with a pathological liar psycho, he was the first person I had to block.
Okay, I can understand that as well. I could see, I can see why you would do that.
And that doesn't stop him from making another account. But
no,
nor
reporting
your. Like,
you can.
Yeah, exactly. He can keep doing it. He can go and make other Team Humanity accounts and just report our content over and over and over again. But I even said to my wife, I was like, New Universal Order doesn't, justify, over 5,000 plus subscribers doesn't justify who I am and what New Universal Order was built on from the foundation level. If it's not Big Rob, from a year from now, it could be somebody else that just doesn't like what we post or doesn't like who we are. They may think I'm an asshole and just want to get rid of us. And that's, they can do that, but I just don't understand this approach and this agenda he comes from where, I even said in the video, just own it. If you're going to be this person, just own it. And there's one thing I don't like is pathological liars. I don't like fake people and I don't like phony people. If you're going to do something, be real with it. I would respect him if he came at me and said, I don't like your profile, I'm reporting it. But to do it in this convoluted, scheming, fake profile kind of way, he's a pussy, 100%.
What's the new Instagram tag so we can plug and get people to get on that?
It's new.universal.org.
The dots in between. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody go out there and, all MSM family, I want everybody to follow Adams, the New Universal Order.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, because that fucking blows. It's weird because, like, now I know that you were on a live with him or you were in on his live. I didn't see that.
No, I've never been in his live.
All right, you were doing a live you were doing a live on the treadmill. Did he jump on? Is that what I'm thinking of? I saw a clip of that.
So before even that, he told me on 2 separate occasions he's blocking me. I was like, great, you can block me. But he didn't because I'm on, doing cardio and I'm on New Universal Order. And he comes in. And the first thing I thought is that can't be him because there's a lot of fake accounts out there. And it was him. And he started with, I still have the videos too. I saved them, thank God. He went in and was like, who are you? Who are you? And I'm like, are we on the 4th stage of Ahmad, which is amnesia? There's 2 more stages to Ahmad now. There's amnesia and denial. So the first 3 stages of Ahmad are he kisses your ass, he sucks your dick, and then the second stage is he goes completely psycho, and then the third stage is he turns back around and we're really friends again. I really respect Jay Master, and he's back to the kissing ass again. But now there's 2 other phases to Ahmad. There's complete amnesia, where he doesn't even remember speaking to you, or it's a work or a gimmick. I don't know, it's whatever. And then the fifth one is straight denial. He denies everything. I watched your interviews with him. He denies everything. He denies calling Jason's mom, which we all know he did. You don't have to be a rocket science to put all these pieces together. You really don't.
Now, you guys also had DMs and stuff that you were supposed to do something like what was it? I know you had sent me a DM, and I kind of read it, and then I wasn't really sure what it meant. I figured we would just cover it here. Now, there was other interaction, like when he didn't know who you are. You were like, how do you not remember who I am? Didn't you guys have more than just the video put up?
Yeah, so besides the video, I reached out to him for my actual personal own Instagram, which he never saw or never responded to. And that was before what started to happen with Brad and Lenny, all that going on, which I'm starting to piece together that he had a lot of pieces, he had his hand in probably what happened with Big Lenny. Again, I don't have proof, but my gut kind of points in that direction. But when that started to happen, I reached out to him from the Universal Order, and I had this conversation with him, and I kind of laid out what I said in that video. I said, you play the victim, you try to manipulate people to want to be your friend, you want to buy people into being your friend, and just own it. At the end of the day, if you're going to be this person, that says that he's all about inspiration and humanity, there's a very other side to Big Rob that we've all seen. Mm-hmm. And if he's going to be that person, just own it. He's in this denial of it's like when you tell him, like you were speaking to him about the basically when he went back at John Bravo for the things that happened, he never takes any form of responsibility. Yeah. My 4-year-old takes better responsibility than he does. He never says, you know what, I think I heard him say, I might take that back, because I think he said he was sorry for something that he did, but that was after relentless, when you said to him, hey, you did this, you did that, and you did this, it's like you have to beat it into his head. And I never seen a grown man act in this fashion.
Yeah, no, he definitely, I said it to him, and I'll repeat it again. I do think when he first started getting out there and involved, and I guess his first foray into the fucking Lake Crespo was when he reached out to Jason to help him. Right. Because Jason, Jason and I speak all the time. Jason, does Jason have your phone number?
Oh, no, yeah, Jason. Okay. I spoke to Jason a week and a half ago.
Okay, because he likes to get on the phone, and I'm more of a text guy, so I'll kind of text him back if I'm driving or if I'm doing something and the phone rings. I always can't get on the phone, but I'll get back. So he had reached out to me on a Sunday morning, and he's like, do you know this Big Rob guy? Is he for real? And I honestly did not know who he was talking about. I honestly thought he was talking about my friend Big Rob, who owns Chaos Nutrition, because he's also known as Big Rob. And I'm like, dude, the guy from Arizona with they used to be in 5%? And he's like, no, Big Rob Fitness. He's a coach. And I'm like, I honestly didn't know who he was talking about. He wants to help me out and prep me. I'm like, I don't know, Jay. You're going to have to ask somebody that knows who he is, or send me something so I can look at it. I said, I can't give you an opinion on someone I have no fucking clue who they are.
Exactly, right.
So I didn't know who he was. And that was the first time that I heard the name uttered was Big Rob Fitness. And then obviously things started to come around and come about. And Jason, I really think that when Rob first reached out to Jason, he did have good intentions. I don't think he was trying to start trouble with people and go through this pissing match with a bunch of fucking people. He had no idea of what the fuck he was getting into. And the minute
zero.
It was a tsunami of piss all over him. So he, I think when that happened to him, he got maybe on the defensive, like anybody would. So would I. So would you, I'm sure. Yeah. And was like, what the fuck is this? So now not only are people saying he's doing something bad, now they're looking at what he's done before he was involved in this world, and they're making like
Yeah,
King
and
Robbie stuff. and
it
stuff.
doesn't excuse what the psychotic trolls do. Like when people cross that line and they bring in family and they bring in your work and stuff like that.
That's fucked up.
It is 100%. If you want to call me an asshole, you want to come at me, I have no problem with that. I can take it. But once you start going after people that are not even involved, and he might have had somewhat of a good intent, coming in, but it just snowballed into this other thing. And I think in somewhat shape or another, somewhere in Rob that was probably there. And I think he sells this inspiration in humanity as a way to kind of put himself out there. But I seriously take a step back, and this guy has some serious mental issues. And it's different from Jason. Jason, I've met Jason. I've hung out with Jason, many times. And I have videos with Jason, hanging out with him. And even put aside the extorting and everything he does, Jason is not malicious.
No.
And that is the difference between Jason Genova and Big Rob Fitness. He is malicious because, and the proof is in the pudding. He goes after people. He calls people's jobs. He does this, and he gets people's channels deleted. And it's just this malicious attack of, when I made that video, I never went after his family. I was talking to Big Rob Fitness, And for him to kind of do what he's doing, not just on my side, but on a lot of people's side, it's just it's insane. And I just don't know how a person acts like this.
And that was exactly what I'm sure you picked up on in my analogy with don't go after the branches, go after the tree trunk.
Right.
Point your fucking guns right at the person you're pissed off. Don't talk about anything on the angles, on the sides.
Of course.
And I did see, I don't know, where was it? I think it was on a comment on one of the videos. I think it was the part 2 on my channel. And somebody wrote like, oh, you did bring your wife into it by talking to her on video or talking about I disagree with that. Listen,
I agree with
people know my story. Like you just said, you have a 4-year-old. I talk about my son, and coaching my kid and my daughter in college, and my wife doesn't fuck me and all of that. I mean, to me, that's funny. It makes the people feel like they know you, and I want them to a lot of the guys on my feed, we hang out and we go to Olympia and all these shows. Yeah. We hang out like for hours at a time, the whole weekend, drinking and fucking, they're part of the fucking world, and it's great. I love it. So to me, talking about my personal life doesn't mean that makes it fair game for somebody that doesn't like me to attack my fucking daughter or attack my fucking wife or whatever. Yeah, so Big Rob could talk about his wife on camera. Doesn't mean that she should be a target of somebody's 100% venom.
Agree with you. Yeah, so 100%.
So I definitely see that's the same.
Yeah, it's a weird, bizarre, era we live in right now where, these things go on and grown men acting like, 4-year-olds crying about cereal in the cereal aisle. And it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. And this is swimming in the piss. In a nutshell, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I'm not exempt from it. I've had my internet, fucking arguments, and I'm not going to try to fucking dance around them. No fucking Cary Grant in here, and fucking Gene Kelly or whatever. But that's kind of what I think. I think Rob, he really meant well, and then he saw that he was getting attacked, so he was like, well, I'm going to be, instead of just counterattack, I'm going to go on the offensive. And I really hope that he's not the one behind your situation and the other ones you mentioned.
100% sure he is. There's that old clip from, well, it's not old, that clip from The Dark Knight where Heath Ledger as the Joker is like, I know a schemer, and he points right at the TV. And it's the same thing when I look at Big Rob, I'm like...
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see, because when I asked him the Jane question, I felt like...
When you ask him a question, he's like...
I felt like when my kids were little and I would ask them, who broke the remote or some shit like that, and my daughter would cave and my son was a good liar. My daughter couldn't she'd be like, you're going to fold on the question, and Henry, he was like one of those things. She would not be a good fucking criminal.
And it takes somebody like you, Joe, from New York City that has experience of knowing, even if having children or just, being in New York, you can tell liars just like that.
I think that we do have a fucking sixth sense in that way, where we can definitely pick up. You smell the bullshit, is what a lot of people say.
Exactly. He's so full of shit. His eyes are brown.
It's like I feel like I'm in a weird position because I don't want to, I want him to know. Obviously, I want him to see this because I want him to not be, if that's what he's doing, especially to you. And I mean, there's no reason. Like, what was your channel putting out there that was so offensive? Then why would Instagram do that? You know what I mean?
So here's the explanation in that. So there are other multiple troll accounts that will take and record, my live sessions or take bits and pieces of like Menstone Labs. They'll piece together a hilarious video of him, something from your interview, and they piece together my imitation of him, and it probably pushes a button, and it probably irritates him. And he doesn't want this out there, so the first thing he does, he goes on full attack mode. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the content, like I said when we first started talking, a lot of the content that we have in New Universal Order is not PG. There's content out there that, that's graphic. We put warnings. We say, this is graphic, and it's not for, as Lenny would say, the cookie cutters out there. It's not, My Little Pony. And in 4 years, I've never had so many flags on videos in the course of a week, and I know it's coming from him. And he, we posted a couple different things that had some racy material, and he used that as his Trojan horse to, probably get the page taken down.
Yeah. Now, I had that bedroom bully picture taken down from my account with that girl, Kim Haynes. And it was taken down I just reposted it from somebody else. So all of us got it taken down. So it's like, all right, but there was no nudity. It wasn't, it wasn't like we were pushing the envelope with it either. So I'm sure a lot of the things, like if you're just talking to your friends and you can, Instagram, you can talk about fucking abroad. They're not going to say you can't do that. You can't show that, obviously. So the community guidelines thing, of course it's ambiguous because they need a lot of wiggle room around that.
Right. And the thing is, we all have to understand at the end of the day, it's not our platforms.
Yes.
It's Instagram's.
Yes.
So we have to abide by their rules. As much as I disagree with it, anybody else disagrees
Too bad,
with it.
Yeah.
It's this is what we use to, basically promote different things. And with me, and I'll reiterate, all I want from Universal Order is for people to go there, have a laugh, watch a cool wrestling video, read a news story that they weren't aware of, see something silly or dumb that Donald Trump is doing, and just kind of watch and go away. But to have this, I'm going to report in and have this agenda and just, it's insane. Like Brad says all the time, if you don't like it, just unsubscribe, walk away.
Exactly. So I've never blocked somebody. I've never deleted a comment. The only time I think I ever deleted something when we were trying to put a forum on our site and it was getting blasted with fucking spyware, and there was all of these links and stuff from China porn, and so obviously I was deleting those because I didn't want anybody to get a fucking virus, including myself.
Exactly.
But I've never deleted a comment because I don't like what you said, Adam. I disagree with what you said. No, fuck you. I like that team better. I'm gonna delete you. And then people fucking respond to that comment, and you're like, what are they talking about? Because you can't see the preview enough. It's not a reply to it.
Exactly.
It's a separate one.
Try not to be. You not try to be sided with one side, but it's like I try to be transparent, and I kind of try to infuse that mentality within the Universal Order. Be transparent. And like I said, I had other admins that were kind of pushing their agenda, and I was like, no, that kind of doesn't fly well. We, just want to be a kind of open area where anybody can come and speak and do what they want. But, again, it's not our platform at the end of the day. So
no, true.
We gotta try our best to do what we can.
We got to play in their sandbox sometimes, bro.
It is.
Sometimes their sandbox has some fucking cat shit buried under it.
Exactly. And I'm fine with getting sand kicked in my eye. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. See, what they should have done is maybe suspend it for a week or a month or whatever. Not fucking, put a fucking atom bomb on it.
Done.
Yeah. You never know. You might, in 30 days, you might find yourself fucking looking at it again.
I might, yeah. Who knows? It would be awesome, but it is what it is. And it sucks for the guys that put work into it, but we bounced back in 2 hours. In 2 hours I had the new one up and linked and everything, and just all of it is like I said, we haven't missed a step.
And that's new.universal.order on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
So we want to make sure that we. What's your personal? You want to plug anything else you want, man? YouTube.
Oh no, I keep my personal IG to myself, and I know the trolls. They get so upset that they don't get into my personal, Instagram. But it's for me. I don't even. If people really know me, I don't post pictures of I never whore out my family.
Yeah.
So my personal page is just kind of for like friends and family and people that I know on a face-by-face basis.
Yeah. I totally get you on that. Yeah. I think Rob would be better fucking suited if he went along with the joke and fucking, he could go on an attack mode, but in it's got to be mano a mano. You got to do it like you can't do it, fucking with clandestine. You have to be upfront about it. I'll break his balls, he breaks your balls, and then, everybody at the end of the day, we laugh about it.
Right, and last night I was on a live Instagram, and I was ranting, and I said if he wants to have a conversation, Tampa, Florida, he could come find me.
Maybe the summit that I was trying to set up between Johnny Bravo and Rob, which I was unavailable to do it, I think, because of what Johnny Bravo was served with. Maybe I could replace that with you, and maybe I can get you and Big Rob to
I will talk to anybody. I will talk to anybody. Doesn't matter.
Because I tell you, I enjoyed my interviews with Rob, and I don't want to. I'd rather see him fucking out there more, because sooner he's gonna just pack it in sooner or later. How much more? He's gonna. I'm
counting down the day where he packs it in. I think we all are. And I know some people want him, like yourself, Joe. It's your platform to have him on your show, but the rest of us are like, it's the chicken has come into roost. It's time.
No, I know. And I try to do a lot of things tongue in cheek with him, and I'm pretty sure you can pick up on those as you watch the interviews, and many guys have picked up on them. But yeah, so all right, I'll touch base with him. But great fucking channel. Obviously,
thanks,
the new Universal Order with dots in between those words on Instagram is Adam McLeod. No relation to the crime drama television series with Dennis Weaver. Yo, dude, be good, man.
Be good. Too sweet.
We'll be back right after this quick break.
Crystal Wildfire Anthony. Today I want to talk to you guys about porn. Jack off material. So, porn, me having sex completely naked. I watch porn. My husband watches jack off material, porn. I am all for it. Honestly, get paid to have sex with somebody for everybody to see. It's out there, guys. Do it. Girl on girl porn, girl and guy porn, having sex with men on videos, whatever. I am willing to listen to business deals. I would love to do videos like that. If you guys know somebody with deep pockets, I'm always open. Sex with men, porn, hard and long, a lot. And put it out there for free for the whole world to see. Wildfire out there banging guys on video. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks guys for stopping in.
Wrestle.
The nose knows that sometimes you gotta fucking take one for the team. And what I mean is, you gotta come off your TRT if your blood work is fucked up and you know you gotta get fucking pre-surgical testing to get surgery, and they'll get shaky if your blood's like fucking old oil sludge in your car like you did in your first beater and you never changed it. 3,000 miles my ass. Remember back then? You didn't even think about it. Next oil change at, where's my next fucking dollar coming from when you were a kid and you got the beater car? But I digress. I had to skid off my TRT when I needed my nose surgery a few months back. Well, now I got to go under the knife again. And this time it's fucking back fusion. I got the David Wright type of thing. I got spinal stenosis. I got fucking herniations with discs. I got just all fucked up things. I got the nerves are fucking impinged, so I get the pain, like the sciatica kind of pain, shoots right down my fucking right ass cheek, right down my leg. I get numbness in my left foot. It's weird, this whole fucking thing. Long story short, MRI showed that there's fucking problems back there. So I got to get cut open. I got to get fucking 2 screws put in there with the fusion, hardware for life kind of thing. So I know what I got to do now. So I got to go in at the end of this month to the hospital for special surgery in Manhattan and get this done. I'll be there for a few days and I'll be on my ass for a few weeks after that. So I know I got to get, I had to stop using. So, I fucking... I'm not like one of these guys that goes, supplements, fucking. No, I use supplements, but I also juice, I mean, TRT. I have no reason to do it other than fucking quality of life reasons, and I want to fucking feel good. I want to look good. I want to be able to fucking, I want my dick to work when I want to fucking screw my wife or fucking jerk off and rub one out. So at 50, going to be 51 soon, I need to make sure that my levels are good. Plus, whatever. Fucking anybody in this fucking stupid industry, we're all fucking vain. And we all do it for ourselves. And you want to fucking look good. Let's not bullshit anyone. All right? So, I went off for months. Finally got back on, but I really was doing TRT. Fucking one shot, a test sip a week. Fucking, and that was it. No stacking, no orals, nothing. But then when this surgery day came, I said, all right, I'm going to have to fucking go off again. So as soon as I got the surgery date, I stopped. This was the end of May now. I have 2 months until the fucking surgery, almost to the day. My last shot was May 28th. And so I went off, and I see a hematologist because of the whole blood issue. I stay on top of this shit because I don't want to fucking have a stroke or something, you know? I want to have fun and do fucking shows, you know? So fucking, I get the blood work done, and guess what? Even though I was off for a month, I guess there wasn't enough time in between. The blood was still fucking too thick, and the number would have popped on my pre-surgical testing, and they would have been like, what's going on? Or they may not have even done the surgery. So I was like, fuck. So hematologist did a whole fucking pint. He let me come back, you know, less than a week later, and I did a whole nother pint, and I couldn't donate because I had donated before at a couple of days right after I stopped, you know, doing the shots, and you got to wait like 58 days, and then I would have been too close to the fucking surgery day. It would have been after the pre-surgical testing date, which is 2 weeks before the surgery. So it didn't matter. I couldn't donate, so I had to just get drained at the hematologist. And the guy's fucking cool, and I'm straight up with him. I let him know exactly what the fuck I'm using, how much I use it, and when I use it. Because I want him to be able to diagnose and fix the fucking problem. So I get the fucking, then when the follow-up, they tested the number, and the number was, you know, it was lower. So it was probably good, but then I got that pint taken after that. So I haven't checked it since then, but I'm pretty fucking confident that that number that it was at is going to be fine. Because they, you know, I did a little reading on this shit, so I wanted to find out why the fuck are these numbers coming up messed up, and what is considered fucking good, you know? Between asking the doctor and doing my own research, I know that I'm in a territory where I should be fine, and the surgery should go off as planned. Because as I record this, I'm going the next day, tomorrow, to the city to get my pre-surgical testing done. So I needed the blood to be fucking thinned out by this fucking day that I'm going into the hospital. So basically what I'm saying is, you might think I'm only doing a little bit, I'm not doing a lot. Fuck it, my blood's fine. Everybody that takes shit, their blood gets thicker. Your hemocrit, your hemoglobin count. The hemoglobin count and hemocrit, this is very fucking vital as far as getting blood work done. They look at that really hard. And I remember for years my doctor was like, your numbers are a little, you know, and I'm like, he knew the fucking deal. So I said, I don't want to fuck. So I tried to donate more regularly, but you know how that goes. You fucking run into fucking things. You're running late. You had to skip it. You can't go. You gotta, if you're gonna shoot fucking juice, and especially if you get older, like, you know, you get to fucking my age, you don't want to get a fucking potential stroke, any blood clot things. So you gotta fucking, so if you're gonna use, even if you do TRT type levels, 1 shot a week, you gotta stay on top of that fucking, getting your fucking phlebotomies, regular phlebotomy. Don't lie to your fucking doctor. If you go to your doctor and say, I don't know why my blood's fucked up, you're not helping yourself, and you're not helping him help you. So be upfront with your fucking doctor. There is a doctor-patient fucking thing where they're not going to go blurting it out, even if, let's say, your job is going to get, you know, you can get fired. Your doctor's not going to fucking tell your job. So what you need to do is, if you're going to do shit, make sure you do regular, every other month, if you can donate or get a regular, just get drained at the fucking doctor. Get a pint taken out just so that blood gets fucking, you know, it gets redone in its own, and then it thins it out. Because what it does, it gets thicker when you're using, you know, fucking gear. And that is not good if you ignore it. So I'm learning as I get older to do more preventive maintenance things so you don't have a problem. Like, if I didn't have to get the surgeries, I would have just been like, whatever. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But that it's kind of showing me a little bit that I should have been a little more on top of this all along. Thankfully, nothing fucking bad happened. But now I'm a little bit more fucking in the know, if you will. So the nose knows that if you're going to go on gear, or if you're on gear, just make sure you don't ignore the blood work. And if you do get blood work and it does show something, it's not the end of the world. You can fix it. You may not have to go off. You may have to cut back or go off just for a little bit till your blood's better. But just do those regular fucking phlebotomies at the doctor, and don't jerk the fucking guy or gal off. Tell them the fucking truth. I'm on fucking gear. This is how much I fucking use. This is how much I fucking take when I take it. and you can you nip the shit in the fucking bud. Because I'm telling you right now, as soon as I'm fucking done with this surgery, and it doesn't make sense to start fucking gearing up during my recovery, I'm going to fucking be a bag of shit anyway. Who cares if I can get a hard on? I'm not going to be able, I probably won't be able to fucking screw, you know. So I might as well just stay off and let my body fucking, you know, be fine for a while. But as soon as I'm able to go back to the gym, I'm back on. But I'm going to stay on top of my fucking donating blood and my phlebotomies at the hematologist. But your regular doctor can do that too. The nose knows. We know we use fucking gear, and we know why we use it, but just use it wisely. I feel like that stupid fucking owl that was fucking licking the fucking Charms blow pops by saying that. All right, fuckheads. We'll see you right after this quick break. Thanks once again to Adam McLeod from the New Universal Order. Join us right here on Muscle Sport TV. We had a great time. I have a feeling that this saga between Rob and Adam is not going away anytime soon. Hopefully I can pull a Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump summit that I tried mightily to do with Johnny Bravo and Big Rob Fitness. So maybe I can pull this one off, hopefully before any FBI notifications are put out there. But thanks also again to all our sponsors and our host of hosts, and we shall see you guys in 1 week.